All right, everybody. Welcome back to the stream. We are currently in the first game of the season for the Dankest memers and Recon 5 Red.
I will wait for you to be better.
They decided to take the blue side. We are starting off with a Camille ban.
Think what I could offer.
Strong champion along with the Cassiopeia. Looks like there are some familiar faces on both of these teams, but the names are new to the to the P Cup from.
You're scared. Good to know.
But we are starting off with more normal bans than we had the last game for sure. We're finally attacking the Akalis, the Camille's, and not just like Zac and a bunch of junglers that really,
I do not tolerate cowardice.
Darius is a surprising ban as well. But again, could be a target ban. I mean, this guy, top lane's name is Noxus Will Rise, so I'm going to assume that's a target ban. And to finish off the banning for the Dankest memers.
Foolish child.
Looks like a Lysandra ban. I can get behind that. Lysandra's just super annoying and pretty strong right now, so getting rid of her is always a good idea. She's just like an autopilot mid laner. Turn off brain, use Q.
Now I'm angry.
And Alistar final ban for 5 red. Okay. We do have a Caitlyn for the first pickup here. Kind of strange. First picking Caitlyn nowadays. Maybe 2 seasons ago. But I guess if you're comfortable on the champion, she's not too bad right now. There are others that are better, like Ezreal, Lucian. But looks like we have Caitlyn versus Sivir. Very interesting, kind of classic matchup, but not one that you usually see during this season. Let's see what Glory decides to pick up here for the team. So quick Thresh lock in with Caitlyn. So their bot lane is now determined. But where are they going to go here? You got to think that they're maybe going to be looking for some priority in the jungle if they're going to have an aggressive lane. We do see Urgot taken into the top lane. We've seen that for the last 3 games that we saw with Sad Boys and Baby Sharks as well, so Urgot's practically like 100% pick ban nowadays. But we do see Nami Sivir. You're not going to see that too often. Because she is actually a very aggressive support.
The warrior spirit is never broken.
All right. So, leading back into the bans, we do see Xin, Haloblade Xin, finally banned.
End of the line.
See priority in the first first 3 picks, to be honest with you. The fact that it even made it through banning phase is surprising, but the fact that it wasn't even picked is even more surprising. We do see Graves. We are limiting the jungle pool here as we have determined blue side, the top and bot lane. So not choking the mid laner pool, despite Aurelia again still being on the board, but it could be Aatrox mid
Tyrant
or top. Aatrox still goes everywhere. We'll see where they head with their first pick on the second side. They did ban the Aurelia. Okay, good. We do see Kindred. So, still not sure if that Aatrox is going mid or top. Wukong. Oh my god. What is this man got in his head? Is this Wukong mid? Or is it jungle? I think Wukong jungle is relatively okay. It's like not bad. Wukong does do a lot of damage. So yeah, okay, it is going to be in the jungle. So Wukong jungle, you're not going to see that too often, but it's definitely spicy if it gets ahead. Wukong can really do some crazy damage if he actually can be executed well in the early game. So what are they going to do to match up to Rise here? I'm assuming that Aatrox is probably going top, so Aatrox mid, maybe? Could be either still. Looks like they probably already gave it away, unless they're just cheesing, but Aatrox top, Swain mid. Is that Rise just going to follow him? No. Okay. So, let's see. Final teams are probably locked in at this point, you would assume, unless Recon Red 5 or Recon 5 Red is actually going to just cheese us here with the Aatrox and Swain, but it doesn't look like it. So, assessing these teams, let's see. In the early game, not too much going on the side, on blue side. Red side, it's pretty even. It looks like mostly it's going to be jungler initiated. The bottom lane is going to be interesting because Nami, Sivir, Caitlyn, and Thresh are definitely going to end up getting aggressive onto each other, you would think. And if Wukong or Kindred can make their way down there, the game can definitely snowball out of hand. But most of the matchups are pretty even. Nobody's really like dominating anyone in lane here, matchup wise. So it's really going to come down to outplaying and proper movement around the map.
All right, I am hopped in now, so I can see everything.
All right, great.
All right. Yeah, I was gonna comment on the pickaxe thing. He's not really one of those meta followers. So he picks things that he thinks are strong within his temple.
Mm-hmm.
So Aatrox was never gonna go mid there. He was always gonna play one of those mages. The most I've seen him pick up was the Urgot, and unfortunately it was taken away. Urgot with the Aatrox nurse is now, yeah, pick 100% pick a ban. I think you mentioned that already. The Wukong is for sure interesting. Given that there was 3 junglers banned, yeah, 4 junglers. I mean, 2 on each side, but like that should be like really down the pecking order. So it's interesting that he picks that up. Let me look and see there. I wish I could see what happened in the play-in tournament. I believe they. I'll look for it in a second, but I believe their team is heavily reliant on their top laner. Looking at their at the way their distribution is and their points, their top laner is Diamond 4, and everyone else is lower than that. Oh, this is a team that's like,
yeah,
it's broad. Right? It's they have a couple goals, but that shouldn't matter too much.
Matter,
It's the fact that their top laner and support are their highest ranking roles, and that's like the complete reverse of what the meta is. Usually, at least the point meta is in Prophecy Cup. Usually we see like top lane and support being the ones that are like brought down heavy. However, what decided for them during play-ins, because I did watch a bunch of the play-in games, is that Angry Pepe is a player that his champ pool is small, given he is cold and whatnot. The champs he does play, he plays very well. We saw his Zed in play-ins, and he had some very good performances. And I'm sure a lot of that has to do with their support and communicating and stuff, because he didn't get his kills off sitting in lane. He got them off roaming and getting good timings on those paths. And that could be due to their macro sense, given that their support is their highest ranking player. And with Rise in there, it's going to definitely be a champion that can do the same things and influence the game. So we'll see how he plays out there. It's really their jungle and mid that you want to look up for, as they're the lowest ranking players. So if they perform, they could pull this off.
Yeah, that's what I was saying originally, was pretty much that you're going to be looking at, there's no outstanding matchup difference throughout the lanes. It's really going to be more like macro, where you find your leads, unless you can outplay in the lane. But it's basically there's no crazy matchup difference, so it should be pretty even.
And we got confirmation that both teams went 3-2 in the play-in tournament. So it's a good matchup overall. These teams will honestly, depending just based off points and the power rankings, it's more than likely going to be that these are the middle of the pack on their conference. Recon is sporting role swaps everywhere, so I'm guessing this was their only available time that they could fit their team in. Because iGlory is normally their 80 carry.
iGlory is 80 carry, if I remember right.
Yeah. I believe, their only starter that is playing this game is iGlory, and he's off roll. Oh wait, no, Steven the Crusader is normally their support. So yeah, they're big off roll right now. He's AD.
ADC jungler and support ADC.
Mm-hmm. So, like, neutral standing aside and just looking at the point system, you would count against what is their name? The Dankest memers. You would count away against the Dankest memers. However, given that everyone else is role swapped and not the actual team, I'm actually going to give it to them, because they have all their starters and they've probably been playing. Yeah. And just team comps in general, they have a decent siege comp with the Thresh, Hook Threat, and Caitlyn Rise that they can always get out, and then they have Engage with the Wukong Urgot. So I'd say they have a pretty good overall comp. Accidentally paused my game. How did you download?
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
Yeah, does it look okay for now? I think it should be, based off everything I did. I think it should be okay right now.
Yeah. Your text seems a little pixelated, but I think that's just...
I told you the text was like the one thing I kind of like.
A big scuff?
I just scuffed it pretty much.
That's alright. We'll get you figured out some other time. iGlory getting caught out here. Just taking some poke damage. It's not going to be major. Doesn't have time to back. Angry Pepe staying trading.
Get Pepe again though.
Oh, wait. Pepe's actually done for wait a second.
I can drop the kill. Flash W from Nam.
I don't think that was necessary.
No, definitely wasn't.
That means that their bot lane is basically fucked, because Nami can't walk into a lane by herself, so she's not getting experience for that first wave. All that, honestly, if I was the Dankest memers, I would just sit the Thresh in the river and make her not being able to walk in, unless they're gonna go leash instead. She's gonna go back through.
Kindred is starting red though, so the other side. Yeah. She'll stand there, but
Thresh needs to block her off for the XP if they're wanting to spray them even more.
see where Wukong passed here because notoriously he's a jungler that gets really low in the jungle clearing early. So.
Looks like he might be looking for a level 3, a rush to level 3. Nope, he finished, he full cleared the wolves. Never mind. Normally what you do in the fast level 3 is you take the little wolves and then you go to the blue and then graph, and then you're level 3 and you go for that. Ooh, Kindred does not get the luck, unfortunately. The mark on bot side. However, that's not having flashes that does there.
Well executed overall by the Recon there. Lands the hook into the trap. But yeah, that's definitely the result of the matchup.
What I would have liked to have seen Kindred here is not go top. She has that pixel brush ward on the bot side, and she knows that Wukong is not there. So I would have maybe liked to have seen him go straight up there, because they're kind of wasting time right now, where he maybe could have gone double spell right now.
But mid lane on rise here. And one more flash auto. No, she is not going to go for it. She's not going to trade it. But Wukong was in no position to help out there at all. He's way too low.
I think Wukong. See, now Wukong has time and Thresh, and so Kindred doesn't get the smart, or he's gonna in for it.
He's just dead.
Yeah, he's gonna.
Nice, well predicted right there.
Honestly, super awkward there because I feel like you could have got both marks for free, and that pathing is out of a person who doesn't play jungle mostly.
Yeah, not he is playing an AD carry. Oh boy.
Mr. Super.
We do see Reinhardt on Musil coming in and soloing out Curry.
Oh no.
While on the bottom, you have engaged down on the Crusader. They're flashing out. Tom's 100% dead. And they're going to get this out over to the so I think that's 2 kills for him right off the bat. And that's 100% what you want out of that war.
Yep. You just want him to blow up people later on. Obviously, it's going to be a little harder as soon as Wukong, Kindred hits level 6. However, in the early game, the stronger he is, the more he can bully.
As you said, you're looking to blow people up in the late game, but why wait if you can just blow them up in the early game?
Blow them up before Kindred can use ulti.
Yeah, that's definitely trouble. I've seen Wukong's get ahead, and as ADC, it's just miserable, so good luck to Sivir in this game, or Nami as well. They're just gonna get one-shot all if this continues.
Yep. It'll be super dependent how well the Kindred uses her ulti and how well Wukong engages.
Yeah, I mean, I just gotta.
Oh yeah.
Not gonna be completely like worthless because if you fall behind as that champion, it's just you can't do it.
Press O on your template so you remove the little timer. That's it, the timer. See it in a second. That's it. Oh, it's not. Sorry, it's you.
So yeah, definitely not a jungler. Besides the Raptors.
No. Yikes. It's you. Sorry. Press U. Yeah, this is not looking good for them. So the Siege team is ahead now, and it's up to them to see this game out, basically, or to see how exactly they play it out here and get a bunch of the turret plating. What I've seen a lot of teams in competitive play is that they'll actually delay it. Pickaxe deciding to power dive, but that's not to do it after. They're not really getting plate advantages here. They're about to get their second plate. So only one plate in there, actually down in CS to the bot lane. So the Dankest memers do have their advantage, and it's on the... Let me look at the gold differences here.
Top lane is an absolute smash right now.
Yep, Kindred
30 CS at 7 minutes. I'm pretty sure Aatrox like wins that almost all the way through.
Right, they're kind of neutral to each other when even, and then because you know one ult cancels the other basically.
Yeah, exactly.
But one ult cancels the other, so if you're ahead, your basic kit beats the other basic kit.
Yeah, exactly. Not too much going on here beyond the initial action. The punishment of the non-slash and the he's doing a lot in the mid lane in terms of trading. It really seems like he's playing aggressive.
And it is possible, however, Pickaxe does not have ultimate right now. He used it to try going for a tower dive earlier. So won't have it for a little bit. Alright, we see Rise kind of roam down. And this is what I was talking about before with their support probably being their shot caller. Is it looks like they're setting up for a play bot lane. Rise is level 7, flash hook.
Oh, not the dead. Yeah, that was 100% dead and considered 100% dead as well. Good shield on the Hugh, but I don't think that's holy crap, that tower damage on Wukong. Actually,
and they do get first blood power here. There's potential for a Kindred dive top lane, however, it is spotted out. I think Durgot should back off there. Most likely, tower goes down now. They have 2 plates left. Maybe they'll take 1 more plate and then leave, actually.
Yeah, and you hate to see a Thresh Caitlyn like getting ahead. That's just not something. Like, that tower's about to top, and they're just about to start taking every tower in the game. Wow. Aatrox is on top, is going to circle the Urgot, but Kindred comes in and finishes up. And, yeah, once again, the lead in the top lane doesn't get bigger.
We're not in the game by chance. Oh, and
Reading all over the map, top lane, bottom lane, Recon finishing out the Aatrox. Jenkins landing the play on Tsunami. Let's see if he can land the hook onto one of the characters here. Good flash followed by the Sivir is going to put us on a kill. Heal is going to let him finish this off, but the shield just gives him enough health that he survives.
And that's a bit of an overstay there by Warplaque and Leroy Jenkins. They could have definitely backed after that last plate or not take it at all, and they ended up, one of them going down. So Sivir's now 2-1. Whereas would have been super far behind. It's now probably almost even on hold because was that a shutdown? No, that wasn't. But they are
down
almost
onto Wukong, yes, 600 gold.
But they're basically even on gold right now, but only an 80 gold difference. That's
so even after dying, he still has another 600 gold bounty on him.
Oh, Wukong didn't die. Wukong. Oh, yeah. No, I know. In the bot lane.
Yeah.
Did you in the game, by the way? Turn on your game audio. I guess it's loud.
Turn it up or turn it off.
Down. The master volume, more probably.
Red
I
team's
think they hear it.
That relatively better.
We'll see from Twitch chat in a second. Caitlyn still aggressively pushing. Does have Storm Razor. No boots though, strangely enough.
You need boots when you get damage.
And again, Pepe is showing up bot lane to try ganking for his lane. See, this is exactly what the plays that they're doing. They're basically a very heavy bot lane centric team, as you'd expect them.
Poor man looking to pressure down this tower. Ignite does get dropped onto Noxus, and the TP is coming in to follow up. But nothing comes of it, they just walk it out.
Yep. They shouldn't go for this Drake. They're all still there. Sivir is farming the bot lane, so I don't think they should go for this. Kindred almost has ulti up, if not already up. see it. It's up. Okay, so they could elect to go for a fight here.
Looks like they're both just gonna put wards around Dragon and back off.
Probably a good idea coming in from the Dankest memer. It's not exactly at the best health at there, and already having used a lot of their ultimates.
Yeah, she's getting the back end, and Caitlyn, again, didn't buy boots. She's now got Zeal.
Caitlyn, please buy boots. You're probably not moving very fast at the moment.
No, definitely not. 2v2 mid lane. Nothing comes of it though. But meanwhile, in the top side, I mean, that lead is massive. Two kills and 50 CS approximately.
Angry Pepe and Leroy Jenkins starting off the Drake. Wukong coming right now. Not gonna clear those pink wards, but there's no TP and Kindred's on the top side. So just gonna give that up. Knowing that they're bot lane. You would have maybe liked to have seen Kindred actually go for that mark earlier, given that they did see Wukong blocked by her ward. Because now she could potentially be looking at a suicide attempt trying to get for that mark. That's exactly where Wukong is headed.
Yeah. Looks like she's doing Stutter first and then heading to the mid lane.
Not gonna go for the mark. Oh, and a good pull here, and that's Aids to see. And Sivir clears the wave, has to... I don't think needed to pop ulti, but pops it anyway. And here's gonna be a Caitlyn siege with Rise and Thresh. But they do have Saber to counteract it, so the wave is not gone. So.
Yeah, doesn't look like much is gonna happen here.
It's gonna be a stalemate for a little bit until we can get some proper rotations coming in for both teams and Caitlyn being able to siege up on the tower without Saber being there.
Agreed. They're definitely gonna have to move the Caitlyn around, but I'm kind of surprised they haven't just like moved her to the top lane at this point.
Hit O this time.
Especially with Urgot backing like right now. They could have just headed up there like literally right now.
Hit the O so you can see the champ items, by the way. Give it down.
Caitlyn, you can't do that. The flash is in for the finish, will get it. Pops the Zonias. Wukong's ult does run out. Is he gonna have enough to... No, not at all. Wukong is 7-1 in just 3 months.
Aatrox's doing a good job of trying to zone the Urgot off some of the CS there, so he misses some of it.
Yeah, definitely. The CS lead is only increasing actually in the top lane, so he's definitely playing aggressive, keeping him off FPS. Just feels bad. Nothing we can do versus the bad Aatrox.
So we'll have to see if Aatrox is able to... Interesting that they actually were able to get that Rift Herald considering the strength of that team, but they didn't have any visitors for there, so it ends up being a free one. 4 players rotating topside. They're denying Aatrox to 1v1 now, so...
here we go. Here's the rotation that we were looking for a couple minutes ago. But they are making it now. Now, meanwhile, Kindred is answering in the mid lane with the Rift Herald.
So they're gonna get 1 tower. Kindred's probably gonna get 1 tower, and I hit on the second tower. If they use Rise ult to get a little closer, I don't know if you saw that.
I didn't see that.
it was a hop from Tribrush to the river. This was level 1 ultimate though.
Yeah, I was gonna say, level 1 is basically worthless, so...
They just basically could have walked that.
It's like flash range.
Basically, they just hopped over a wall.
Oh, 3v1 on the top side. He flashes the bubble that kind of really didn't need to, but Wukong going to blow up the Kindred here. But I'm pretty sure his E comes back up. if you just wait like 1 second and you would have killed her, but Swain is there to back her Kindred up. Does dodge the hook away while ulting, but Rise flashes in with the W. Swain lands the root and is going to drop down some big damage with the ultimate here, but not enough, and the 3v1 is easy. Meanwhile, Caitlyn finishes off the mid-turn and is going to 1v1 the Sivir. The Sivir thinks she's got this, but I don't know about that. I think yeah, I think she loses that one.
Oh, Nami's there.
But Nami, oh my goodness. Oh, Nami, no. No. You hate to see it.
You absolutely hate to see it. Decent rotations coming in from the Dankest memers, being able to out-rotate this team. And you can tell there's a lack of coordination and communication coming in from Recon 5. Just really not acknowledging their strength as well as where the jungler is. You know, the jungler is 8-1. He's only shown up to get the kills. He hasn't. It's not like he's being at the exact place he needs to be. He's just popping kills and then.
Yeah, he's literally just finishing them off.
Yeah, and that's basically just communication there. Recon starting the Infernal Drake. Interesting. Where Glory is gonna go down. So we both gonna go not up. Aatrox flashes in.
Recon gets a huge heal from the smite onto the dragon there. Aatrox does pop the ult and he's looking to have an impact here, but despite his lead, the rest of his team is getting caught out and does no damage, so. Urgot is going to 2v1 both Sivir and Aatrox, followed by the shot the hole, or ace the hole. Sivir pops the ultimate and they both get away safely. But overall, it's 4-0.
Yep, just about.
Yeah, just well executed so far from Dankest Memers.
Yep, Dankest Memer is going to be looking to get some wards on the top side and pick off the Kindred a little bit more. They're kind of bullying her a bit. Nothing's going to come up. So they're still spawning. Marks are still spawning on the side camps. That could only mean that the Kindred has no mark, little to no marks. So let's look at some Kindred mark count, and she's currently at 2.
Oh my
20
God.
minutes into the game. That is not. You hate to see it.
you hate to see it. Yeah. Especially since, well, I mean, he's going damage Triforce. Or damage. He could be going Black Cleaver. Yeah.
Black Cleaver, yeah.
Yeah.
It's what the gamers do right now on Kindred, I think.
Yeah. I was gonna say, with attack speed, usually, you know, Kindred's go-to. But
I think she's caught out here, and there's going to be another death. There's no sense of popping.
he has ult, but he's definitely going to pop it just to survive, because I think he has Aatrox here to help finish it off. Thresh does get him out with Dark Passage, and nothing comes of it, but Kindred's ultimate is blown, and that's a pretty long cooldown.
And Swain TP as well, so they no longer have like a split push threat. I mean, other than the Aatrox, but the Aatrox is their strongest component, so it needs to be there. And now has to back for the Urgot. Oh man.
Yeah, Wukong is terrifying. You can't go near him. He will just one-shot you, because he has no ult now. He has no ult. They're both dead. If he gets his ultation off, he gets saved by the Dark Passage. Blows the Swain ultimate.
Oh, Swain passes out.
Flash root down onto the Caitlyn. He knows that he can kill him. And he does. Meanwhile, Thresh in the jungle, Dark passaging in. Looks like one of his teammates is just kind of sitting there, but his teammates do eventually come in and clean it up for him. Here comes Aatrox. Let's see if he can use this lead and make a difference for his team here, because right now they really need him. Does flash away and save his own life. Oh! Oh! That was so close. Oh, he's definitely dead.
picks up another kill, and it's not looking the best for Recon 5.
No, definitely not. Not getting the Wukong really hurt them. If they could have gotten him, we'd be maybe looking at a different game because that extra 1,000 bounties he has on his head, but they're really struggling right now. The Kindred does no damage. The Sivir is not in that bad a position, but I've seen Nami supports when they get in this position where they just, the team, the Dankest memers, if they want to, can literally just kill Nami at will at this point.
Yeah, pretty much. It's whoever would jump on her, and she's basically dead. She's only level 9 to Wukong's level 13. Yikes.
And, like, again, I wish Wukong would have just gone armor 10.
Yeah, it's very interesting, his build. It looks like he's finishing Ravenous before... This looks like a straight Mova Fire build. Not gonna lie to you, Lifesteal Wukong is broken. Hoggers.
Yeah,
I don't know about that one, Chief, but that's what he's doing. That's what it's looked like. That's for sure.
yeah.
Ravenous, right?
I mean, no, yeah, no, you're right, 100%. But I'm just, oh, here we go. See, look at that damage. If he had armor pen right there, that's a one shot for sure. They are getting engaged onto the Aatrox. Aatrox pops his ultimate, but does get pulled in by the Urgot. He has no more flash, but he will eat the wall, it looks like. But Wukong follows and gets away. And they both flash into the Kindred ultimate, but the flash follow is definitely going to kill them both. Wukong just KSing everything.
Oh,
He's
man.
11 kills already at 23 minutes.
Oh man, this is straight interesting. And now it's double Inferno with the Wukong, so even if he doesn't have his lethality that would one-shot, because of the double Inferno, he will have all that extra hurt, a world of hurt. Swain has ultimate here. Sivir is coming. There is potential that they go and try and turn this, however that Baron is half down and Swain needs to go in.
Yeah, the redemption probably stops that.
And I think he's gonna get caught out here.
Yeah.
Thresh's boots coming into play now.
Oh, nice read. Gets the hook on the dodge, and he's 100% dead.
Yeah, there's really nothing that the bottom can do here, so they just probably should just leave there.
Yeah, you hate to see that as well. It happens far too often in solo queue where you just should just give that. You really don't have a chance of taking that, and
Wait,
ultimately
Steve the
you're just
Crusader?
dying. Pickaxe. He
Yo,
was
no,
just
it's something. I might be a little ahead of you. What
25-13.
13, okay. I'm a little ahead. Hold on, let me pause.
25-20.
27, 28.
Yep.
Alright, just pause a little bit. TDM will win worlds. Yeah, this Rise is being made to look like Faker right now.
Angry Pepe, dude.
And the angry Pepe is popping off.
And even though Sivir has wave clear, oh my lord. That's the one shot that we're looking for.
Fucking, oh man.
Oh yeah, this is just hard to watch.
This is a siege combo ahead.
Yeah,
Rise
this is
looking
hard
to
to
pop
watch,
his
but definitely this is steamroll.
Yeah, it might have been better for the team.
Here comes the Urgot, he's gonna just get out of the thing and just pull him in.
Oh no.
That's game? Yes?
Yeah, that's basically game. And if it's not, they should probably surrender and help the I think what I'd like to see out of the next game is maybe a gank jungler for iGlory and just look to affect his map. Because his two soul laners were actually very good.
Yeah. Agreed.
However, they just stopped through the side lane there in bot lane.
And
So
13
maybe,
in one Wukong.
yeah, maybe, but he was just there all the time.
Yeah, exactly. But he
very
also had a huge enough lead that, like, pretty much any lane he went to, he was gonna have an effect, you know?
Yeah. So we'll have to see how this next game goes, but that is game one going to the Dankest memers. And we are going to be going to game two in just a second. Do you want to play some music and mute us, or what do you?
Yeah, sure. We can take a 5-minute, I guess, while everyone gets ready. I'll put the intro on.
Okay.
All right, looks like we are back on to the next game. Now you get insider commentary, Mr. Caster.
Oh, give me 1 second. Let me hop in. I didn't get a chance to hop back in there. Are they already in jump select?
Oh, what the? Why did they?
What?
Why did they start it with me in the thing?
I'm guessing I'm not able to join. Can you tell them to move down so I can? Oh wait, there we go.
Yeah, I was gonna say, why did they just start Alright.
Alrighty, we will be getting into game in just a second. I'm assuming, or into champ select.
Looks like we're about ready. Alright. So, picking up from where we left off here, we're now in game two. First game was a win for the Dankest memers in dramatically strong, or I should say, in not dramatic fashion. They pretty much stopped them.
Yeah, it was very anticlimactic. It was exactly what I thought was going to happen with their support kind of leading the field there and just roaming together and destroying bot lane.
Yeah, dying to the jungle creeps is not usually also a good way to win the game. It's kind of fine. Dying to champions is bad enough. Dying to the PvE is not good.
Yeah. And so, Rise Band
is never broken.
Very interesting. I guess they're electing that those roams were a bit too much and they want to get rid of that. Honestly, didn't think that was their issue. I think their issue was probably that Thresh. That Thresh was very impactful, and I would like to maybe see him pushed off of playmaking supports, which I'm guessing they're just going to go to every single time.
Yeah, I understand the Dankest memers banning Aatrox and Zen, Aurelia. Those are all perfectly fine ban.
I do not tolerate cowardice.
And Rise and Cassiopeia, don't know if that was necessarily the problem. If you're gonna make an adjustment to banning out the team, you might swear, but just in general, I think that if you're gonna focus that place, you might have just been better off just banning an OP like Camille
Yeah.
or something.
90s, yeah. So no support bans coming through, and they get the first big thresh. I thought that was the biggest problem, and they just let him have his thresh again. Let me take a look at this guy.
He had some key hooks, key dark passages. He was really making a big impact on that game.
Yeah.
And I mean, they're picking Elise jungle to start. I don't think I've played her in like 2 years.
Sejuani's open. Just pick Sejuani. They're not really. They're just really picking odd champions right now. Ezreal is a really strong laner at the moment, so it's a good pickup. But it's again Caitlyn Thresh. I thought that was the biggest issue. Caitlyn Thresh. They just dumpstered bot lane, and they just get their bot lane again.
Was that dumpster bot lane also conducive to the fact that Nami had no flash for the first like 7 minutes?
That's true, but I mean,
because that really snowballed. Because I mean, you cannot get caught out, and she got caught out without. So it's more just like mispositioning and stuff, in my opinion. Just already starting on the back foot. But I mean, Ezreal doesn't do that great into Caitlyn Thresh either. Like, he's not going to die per se, but, you know, they're going to be pushing him in the whole time.
That's funny. I just looked up their support. Oh, wait. Support is not...
Who questions my ability?
Oh, their Diamond 3 support isn't even playing. It's their Plat 3 support. Interesting.
Which one? Leroy?
On the Dankest memers, yeah. This is actually their sub. And he doesn't even play support either. So he actually, his only support in his top like 15 champions is Thresh. Get rid of his Thresh.
True.
Too good.
Wow.
And they get Urgot too, man. I don't like those personal bans. I would have liked to see it against the stronger champions because they're doing team play, so they're gonna be playing champions that are more or less for the team. So that's where you see the likes of Thresh, Caitlyn, Siege, and then the Urgot for their top laner.
Warwick ban. All right.
At least they're banning junglers. We'll say that.
I just like I just want somebody to ban Urgot. I'm so freaking tired of watching this champion.
Who?
Urgot.
Cowardice.
Yeah, honestly, get rid of Urgot. If you're red side boys, your bans are Urgot, Cassio, and Recon. I mean, no, sorry, not Recon. Urgot, Cassio, and what's that last one?
You can go Ezreal or Lucian. I don't know.
Lucian, that's for sure. Lucian. But I mean,
but they already went Caitlyn and stuff, and you know,
yeah,
that's more like pro play. I feel like Vayne, but like you're not gonna see too much of that here. I don't think.
No. Man, they're just getting see look at their team cut. They're just playing like the power picks. They're not
OP.
necessarily playing what they play.
Yeah, just OP stuff.
Yeah. Even Reinhardt von Musen is not getting to play his Aatrox system, so it hops on the Scion. Scion versus Urgot is typically Scion neutral. Akali, yep, they're just playing wherever strong.
Brutal. What are they gonna match? What are they gonna match with this in the mid?
You could go Lissandra. Lissandra's really good input. Aurelia or Lissandra.
Banned. Yeah, you gotta go with Lissandra probably in this instance.
I believe Pickaxe does not play Lissandra up, so it is gonna be the captain lock in.
He just got nerfed, didn't he?
He got nerfed towards ADs. He got his armor chunked. So, I mean, Akali will likely get Gunblade, so it'll affect that 1v1, but not too majorly.
Well, at least it gives them a way to win the game. If you get Kassadin ahead, you know, Kassa win, he'll just take over the game.
I mean, we say that, but then you look at the other side. I mean,
Oh
okay,
yeah,
so
I know.
if you remove their jungler and support and say fill this in, you would never fill it in with those two characters, correct?
Yeah.
You
No.
have a super late game comp there, and you'd maybe pick a champion like Sejuani, which went through pick and ban and is probably the best jungler in the
Yep.
game right now.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I would 100% pick Sejuani here. You have Kassadin and Saya. You have two melee solo laners there. And it's so easy to play.
I know it's a no brain, dude. Like literally,
It's,
at last game they banned it. It didn't even get through bans because, as you said, it's like one of the tankiest champions in the game, if not the tankiest. It's a no-brain engage champion, and like, what do you get out of Elise that you're not gonna get out of Sejuani, really?
yeah, and they have plenty of damage. Ezreal, I mean, okay, so say you keep the Zyra, you still would want that engage jungler. You either want to engage it in your bot lane or your jungler, and you got neither of them. Neither of them have engaged. They both have pick, but their solo laners are scalers, solo laners and their AD carry. So it's a little bit odd that this comp is the way that it is. And then looking over at the Dankest memers, they have plenty of engage. They have the Camille engage. They have the follow up from Thresh and Urgot. And they have a lot of ways to be able to get onto their team and have high mobility to escape the Scion, which is basically their entire engage or a flash combo by Zyra.
Yeah. I'm looking for win conditions on 5 red side, and as I said, like when you really look at it, their best way for them to win is 100% just get Cassidy disgustingly fed early, and like he can definitely take over. But beyond that, I mean, as you said, they have hardly any engage. Like they have some disengage with the Zyra, but like beyond that, their team comp is just kind of meh.
Yeah.
But then you like look at the other side and you're like OP, engage, can't move, execution from 25%. One of the one of the strongest early laners in the bot lane, in a lane that they literally just crushed with the same team. So it's not looking great.
Not looking the best at all, no, for sure.
This is one of those solo queue drafts where I feel like I just see the Elise jungle and I'm like, I'm out of here.
No, okay. So we harp on the Elise. However, the Elise does have a lot of burst damage, and
Mhm.
if you could get a nice gank, it is possible that they're able to burst out that laner and get the kill. However, if Camille shows up, I do not believe they win that 2v2 until later on. And by the time the later on happens, your Elise falls off. So it's very odd and strange to see that, especially first rotation. I would have maybe saved that jungler
Yeah,
pick.
that was what blew my mind. They
That was
picked it
first
like first
rotation.
pick.
Man, so I mean, that could be just eye glory being auto filled here and just having a super limited champ pool.
Mm. I'm trying to think I mean, but if you have a limited champ pool and you're just looking for like a no brain jungler, there's like a lot of them, you know what I mean? You can just go like, how about Nocturne? Like, you could have gone Nocturne, you could have gone Sedge, could have gone a lot of things.
Yeah, my favorite champ here would be Sedge for sure,
Yeah.
because then you could do the Zyra bot lane, because then you have high damage bot lane with Sejuani and Sion engage, and then the split push from Kassadin, and you have the makings of a great 4-1 or 1-3-1 if the Sion is decent enough to be able to handle the Urgon on his own, Urgot or Urgali.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how it plays out because I just look at kill potential, and if Akali gets ahead, she's going to destroy 4 members of that team. You know what I mean? Elise, Kassadin, Ezreal, Zyra. None of them will be able to hold up against her damage if she gets ahead. And same thing with Camille, and those two together are just going to be really like disgusting damage in the mid lane if they happen to trap the Kassadin or trap the Elise out of position.
Yep. I'm calling it now. Mr. Pickaxe is about to get level 2 ganked and gonna have to blow his flash. Calling now.
Okay, you said U to get rid of that, O to bring it up.
Yep. And then if you ever want to check gold attacks.
Cool.
I believe it's
And 1, 2, and 3 are vision toggle. D is the directive camera, and 1. Or, no, it's F1, F2, F3 is
Welcome
vision
to
toggle, and
Summoner's
1, 2, 3,
Rift.
4, 5 is just the characters.
and I switched my hotkey for spectate, but there is a key for action mode. However, because I have it set up in my OBS for something else with different screens, but we don't have that set up here. Because some places they'll like hotkey. Well, I'll talk about this all the time. So it is going to be a 5-point here. No, not a 5-point. There's like 3 people sitting in a brush for a second, so Zyra gets a little poke out. At least mid
Minions
here.
have spawned.
They're
Yeah,
looking to get a pixel rush here.
I was gonna say, let's not lose the game at 1 minute.
And
There it is. Let's not lose the game at 1 minute. Oh my. Yeah.
What are
so
they doing?
Don't lose the game at 1 minute, please.
Go next. Go next. At least doesn't get a leech for her first clear.
Nope.
Yikes. Can't get a rip in chat.
Caitlyn got the kill too.
You know, she blew her flash, so that's a 1 positive. However, Steve the Crusader went teleport, so they don't actually really get much out of that. He doesn't have the greatest pressure.
It's not an unsurmountable mistake by any means, but I mean unnecessary for sure.
Yeah.
But it's gonna be on him to make up for that because now he has the ability to gank both mid and bot and hopefully get a kill.
Kaylin didn't have time to back, actually, so it's actually not the worst thing that might happen. I mean, later on it will be, but he doesn't have this item advantage that he would.
Yeah, and they're getting some decent poke down in the bot lane currently.
Oh, let's see what Elisa's doing here. Not going for a level past level 3. Man, why aren't people going past level 3s? Huh.
I mean, just taking the crab, slowing it down, I guess. Hook on to the Zyra, good combo, and she's dead.
Oh,
Ignite, Ezreal heal? Ezreal heal? No heal, he's got TP. So, dead as hell. Oh, he has to flash the hook too. So, another dominating start by Caitlyn and Fresh in the bot lane.
What time are you on? I think I was ahead of you again.
3, 10, 12, 13, 14.
16.
Holly follows up onto Kassadin. He is gonna walk it out though, looks like, from Camille. Elise was coming to assist, but nothing else going on. Kassadin did blow his flash though in that gank attempt.
All good. He blew it early. Oh man, this is not looking the greatest here for them. They're falling apart the exact same way they fell apart the first game. Bot lane is steamrolling again somehow. And
Yeah.
jungle is scuffed.
Yeah. There's nothing worse than Elise engaging onto Camille. He does catch her out, but she's just gonna walk away. Yeah, there's what I was saying was there's nothing worse than like there's no worse feeling as a jungler than when you're like basically level 1, level 2 gets messed up.
Especially right now with this meta. Have you played it all in the past?
To be honest, I haven't gone to. I basically stopped playing in preseason because I had better things to do. But
Okay. So this patch, because you know the patch just came out today, right? And it's super swingy at the moment because they nerf jungle after first clear, which basically means that if you do not get you can't power farming is really not that reliable unless you have a damage jungler.
yeah,
And if you fall behind and you get counter jungled, there is not a real way for you to get back unless you get good games.
interesting. So they basically buffed counter jungling and stuff after the fact.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because the camps that you get after what they do or ban you is a worthless experience, so there's not a lot of comeback potential because of it.
Oh yeah, no, I do remember seeing that. Flash E by the Elise does force the flash out of Urgot. They are gonna follow, but Elise has already used her repel.
Oh, no, she's dead.
Yeah, she's dead.
Yikes. Well,
One trade is not what you're looking for there, for sure.
no.
But yeah, I did see that they nerfed the XP values and gold values on like wolves and stuff like that. I think.
No flash on.
Yeah, dead. Oh boy. This is not looking great. Caitlyn does back off and sends Thresh roam to the mid lane, and Zyra just walks into that trap.
You might want to turn your sensitivity down on Discord because you're cutting out once you're getting out. I believe Caitlyn is not dead.
Sensitivity on Discord.
Yeah, your voice sensitivity. When you get louder, it stops picking you up. Like your threshold is a bit off.
Okay.
And they're getting more plates now here bot lane, and oh man, I can't believe they gave him that lane again.
Yeah, you hate to see that.
Holly's level 6, looking to all in the Caston, and however Elise is there, gets a nice cocoon, and Pickaxe and Iglory, I believe, are going to be able to pick up this kill. Repel's coming down, Ignite being blown here, and Akali goes down, both summoners down, and in a bot lane, another kill on the support. The support is now 0-3.
Alright, do I sound okay now? I'm not sure if that made much of a difference, but...
Yeah, you're okay. It's only when you're like talking and then you talk for a long period and then get louder as you're talking. That you just like cut out for a second.
So that's why it did that on my old computer too. Makes sense. I have a new computer now, and I was wondering if it was going to do that.
Yeah, it's like your volume.
But we do have Urgot going down onto the Scion. He does pop the ultimate, gets it off at the last second.
Yep. Field bot lane, taking the save. Could be jumped on. Yeah, this is just a worse version of the first game.
Yeah, this is rough.
Because they don't have an Aatrox winning in the top lane anymore. They don't have a win condition for several levels in several minutes.
Yeah. Their win condition is still Cass a win, but yeah, he hasn't. At least he has a kill, so I mean that's a start. But they're gonna need a lot more than that to make their way back into this game. Down 3K at 8 minutes. Camille is camping in the bottom lane, does force out the flash and TP, flashes out for Sect. Scion going in, backs off immediately.
Iglory takes 2 tower shots for no reason. Everyone's here.
Castle win,
The whole
hanging
game's
out
here.
on the right side, but Camille decides to just go on the Cassidon. I mean, there's nothing really doing here. Unless they somehow get caught. They should just back off.
Urgot's gonna get a bunch
Yeah,
of plates.
exactly. Just back off and let the Urgot get the lead.
Oh man, oh man.
That was a lot of resources. I mean, not a lot of summoners or anything, but a lot of time and CS wasted across the lanes.
Yep. They're really gonna need Caster to pop off and pop up soon. They're already about 3.5k gold down, and most of it's probably on Caitlyn. Yeah, 1,000 on Caitlyn, 1,000 on Urgot, and 1,000 on Thresh. So they're stronger players, I would say.
Yikes.
And it's just looking like better synergy is gonna win them this game here.
Yeah, Lisa's coming to the mid lane, whiffs the E, as she was probably thinking that Akali was gonna see her and dodge, but does end up missing. Half health trade by Caitlyn onto the Zyra, taking care of those plants so she can get the wave in, pokes her out a little bit more, but Ezreal eats that one for her. Oh, and that's a dead Zyra, and Urgot flashes in to also finish off the Scion. He just fail flashed the big wall. I've seen lesser men miss that one, but at the same time, that is just feels bad on top of some. Oh my God, he's God. He almost just flash hook prediction there, but Ezreal does follow up his E with the flash as well. He had the hard read there, but he does avoid it in the end. But again, as you were saying, they're just falling apart at the seams in every facet essentially here, so they're gonna have to turn it around somehow. I'm not sure how, but you gotta think that the only way back in for them right now is establish vision and look to get picks and people that are out of position, because the other team's going to be rotating around now that the bot lane's gone.
The Cac's trying to engage on Angry Pipit, but he's got Leroy Jenkins there. Leroy Jenkins goes for a hook onto the Zyra instead.
Another hook, but no death just yet. Thresh does drop the box and plays him in, but that's just simply for disengage. But they did get the ignite out of Zyra.
Oh, hook onto the Thresh.
Look again, and they do turn it on to the Thresh. Kali jumps in, flashes in, finishes off. Well, actually, it was Caitlyn finishes off the Cassidy. So Caitlyn still stepping up a little, does avoid the snare, but is getting flanked. But Urgot finishes off with the ultimate, and that's also going to be a dead Scion after the stain. (12-3) at 12 minutes. 6k gold lead at 12 minutes. You hate to see that. $1,700 gold lead in the top lane. 2,400 gold lead in the bot lane.
Alright, so they're going to be sieging here mid. And like I said before, like game one, probably when the siege comp is ahead, and they're even more ahead this game than they were last game. And the Cassidy win condition is, I think, pretty much over, because
Yeah.
I mean, Akali's about to finish her Gunblade, you assume, on this next back.
I mean, I say it's over because it feels like it's over, but I mean, the only way realistically for them back into this game is a misplay by, or I should say like 3 or 4 misplays by the Dankest memers here.
Yeah. Camille and Urgot looking to move towards the ocean, and pretty much a free ocean, given that it's only really the Cassidy, and the Cassidy cannot face up to those two, especially after the armor toward him.
Yeah,
At least doesn't
Thresh's
even
just
have
a
her.
machine right now. But they do decide that they're gonna finish it, try to get the Ezreal low enough, but the double ult isn't enough. Oh, he finishes off the here comes the Kassadin. Ah, get me off this. Go back to the mid lane. No, nothing else happened. Back to the top lane. Caitlyn versus Sion. What a 1v1. Sion is losing pretty miserably here, but...
Dead. Oh, no.
Okay, let's get the final moments here.
It's over. It's over, boys.
Oh boy. TP out. TP out. Could you imagine if he TP'd out and just got trapped? That would just be so depressing.
Yeah.
He accepted his fate, and for that, they are going to get the Ocean Drake.
They're 6k gold down though, 15 minutes into the game, and Caitlyn is 1,000 gold shutdown. Recon is 800 gold shutdown, and again the Camille, without really doing much, has the shutdown 0-2 this time though, and not having the impact of the first game. But that's because the volley is stomping on their own this time.
Yeah, if you're in solo queue, this is an FF15 game. FF20.
Honestly, it's an FF15 now anyway.
They are going to try to 3v1 the Sion. He's going to try to outplay this. Go back in after Kassadin comes in with the teleport. A little questionable. Is he going to get the shutdown? Get the shutdown on the cat. This could be a game. No, the cat walked out, and that's going to be that. But you got to think Thresh is going to fall here with one more ultimate.
Please give it. Please do not take it from.
Yeah, I was going to say.
For Kassadin.
No. Alright, so 4-2 Kassadin, they definitely disrespected the damage there by going in after...
I think they thought that they were gonna take the tower before he finished his teleport. I think that was their intention. Deny that teleport.
Yeah. Or maybe
Alright,
they
so,
thought it was Ezreal.
So to the people watching on stream that you just tuned in, basically this is the exact same comp that was played in game 1. However, they had a Recon jungle on the Dankest memer side, and they're playing super heavy towards the bot lane, specifically with this Caitlyn Thresh lane, and looking to set up a lot of game down there and just destroy that lane. Roma has inted level 1 both games. First game she flashed to flash heal Steve the Crusader somehow. They got a predicament where Ignite was blown and they almost died, so she went to heal him, or he I think would have survived anyways. But just panicked. And in this game, just level 2 engaged and Zyra died again. It hasn't gone well for them. Thresh is hard smurfing, and they don't even have their starter 8 mid support here.
They might take down Fade's top tower right now. They are running with the Rift Herald.
There's 3 up there.
3 up there with the Caitlyn and the Rift. 4 up there now. They want it.
Sion's coming up. They might not be able to
Oh,
get it. Ooh,
there's the Kassadin. Here comes Kassadin.
Well, maybe.
Oh, here he comes. Oh no, he's gonna kill everybody. Oh no.
A little bit of a mess up. iGlory picks up 2 of the kills. Maybe not exactly what you want to see, but still ends up happening. Ooh!
Wow.
Oh, it's a game.
Oh, Ezreal snipe. Beautiful. Oh, beautiful. That was an ace. 5-for-0 ace. What just happened?
That was a sick Elise cocoon. But man, if Pickaxe got those 2 kills, the game is the game is done so.
Oh yeah.
But he didn't get them, and at least got 2 of them. He got both the big shutdowns. So not what you want to see, but it's whatever. Wait, don't go for this. Wait.
Oh no. Oh, he's dead.
Wait, what are you doing? No.
Oh, he's still alive. He's safe. Wow, I can't believe he just got out of that. Oh, nice. My eye glory, that was clean. But Akali's probably gonna finish that off. Yeah.
No.
Wow, can you imagine Ignite, Ignite, Revolver, Q just did half her health.
Yeah, I think there was I think Q landed too. I'm not entirely sure.
Yeah, it was Q electric Q.
Yeah.
But that was crazy.
Well, they are now back into the game decently enough. All the shutdowns are gone, and now Caston is the only one that shutdowns, strangely enough. So we'll have to see how this game plays out. Steve the Crusader is actually nonchalantly up 2-0-1 and asking his team what the heck's going on. Because he's the only good performing member at the moment. And he's their support Phil main right now. Let's see.
Yeah, the Castle win is starting to take shape here. You see it in that last team fight where he basically just got like a couple AoE ults off and he just completely melted them.
Inferno is coming up here. Whoever wins this next fight.
This is going to be a fight. Camille engages onto the Cassidy. He is dead, so you gotta imagine that this is just a done fight at this point. We can't look to finish after this, but Ezreal is going to go in, land the Q onto the thresh. He is doing work in here. iGlory is going to fall, and they are not going to be able to end up winning it by...
Oh, he lands that fight. He lands that ultimate. Holy crap.
Yeah,
If he hits that ultimate, that's a double kill on their bot lane. It does mean that they're going to get tower and probably Inferno, you'd think. Yeah, Sion's going to go solo. It seems the Crusader is going to stop pushing. And they're going to go for that Inferno. I mean, it's game on now.
I guess so.
Oh, man.
Ezreal did work in that fight. He was going ham, and as you said, you know, all it took was a little more angling on the ult, and that was another ace.
Yep. Ezreal is popping off, and we said the Cassidy was the win condition, but it's looking like Ezreal's the win condition now because they're team fighting. They're team fighting with the Cassidy, and they're not field pushing it. I mean, TP wasn't up, and Inferno was coming, so.
Oh boy, I just realized Angry Pepe is 2 levels down to Cassidy right now, and a level down to Ezreal.
I mean, so we said that his playstyle is heavy towards bot lane, and bot lane sumps so hard that he actually didn't get anything out of their thing. So he doesn't have his normal lead that he's used to having, and so he's just a regular ultimate laner now.
Yeah, so, what is going on here? How did in 2 fights they have 2 level leads in 2 different places?
Rubber banding maybe?
I was gonna say because Zyra is up a level and she's just been getting she's 05, and she's a level up on Thresh.
She's been sitting in lanes, I think, probably sitting on a lot of lanes. Whereas Thresh has been roaming. Wait, Thresh has no vision score. He's got 18 vision score. He's got less than most of his team. Less than his mid laner in 80. That's not what you like to see. So we haven't been noting on the vision.
Flash took on through Zyra. You gotta imagine Zyra's dead right there. But she does get all her damage off, and they completely blow up Thresh after that. And to get back to this, we do have Caitlyn flashing, eating away like about 1 health. Sion is gonna flash shield burst onto her. And they're still looking for Urgot here. Will they find him in the bush?
They do.
They did, and he's gonna get out of there. But it looks like they're turning on to the Baron now. Oh, this is a great call by them, really, because if they come and check this without the Caitlyn, then this Cassidin is definitely gonna kill somebody. This is free. This should be free. Wow, what a turnaround. What happened?
Where did it all go wrong?
Yeah, what happened? Like, I've been watching this game and I don't know what happened. Like,
honestly, MVP of this game has been Elise Cocoon's. Elise Cocoon caught out the Caitlyn the first time, and then in the second fight when they blew up the Cassidin, Elise Cocoon caught a Kali before she could shroud, and she blew up too.
I saw that one. Yeah, she definitely caught him over the wall.
Yep, and then Ezreal was able to burst her out with WQ.
But yeah, still crazy to think that, like, I mean, I honestly, like, couldn't even see a way back in, but apparently Ezreal had damage. Let's see. What do the gold leads look like now?
Let's see. Ezreal is actually still a little behind in gold, strangely enough.
Kassadin's almost up 2,500.
Oh boy. Yeah. Jungle's up. Top is down. And support is up now.
I'm almost 100% sure at the last time I checked this, Caitlyn was up like 2,000.
Yes.
And
early on, she was, yeah. Let's see, what is the next Drake? Next Drake is another Infernal. Oh man, double Infernal on Kassadin sounds nutty.
I mean, he's already doing pretty crazy damage.
Yep, so peeking up here.
He could probably just kill her.
There's people coming up. They're gonna get mid tower for this, for the threshold. Oh, they're not gonna get it. They're looking for it though.
Yeah, see, look, he's just Q-poking them to half, and all he has to do is literally ult in, full combo this Camille. She'll probably die. Yeah, see, she used the ult to avoid it, because if she didn't, he was 100% dead, but she did anyway. Doesn't matter.
Akali's coming. She has ultimate. Yeah, he's dead.
Oh, she does have the range, but this is going to cost them mid.
Oh, flash by Agori trying to get up the kill. Doesn't pick it off, but they do get the power here. And good repel avoids any potential Urgot ultimate. They need to back off and set up vision for the Drake.
Yeah, there's ping coming down onto Drake. 12 seconds. They're definitely looking to get that. I don't think they have the ability to contest either.
Man, yeah, put the backs and stuff. Yeah, they're gonna get a second free Infernal Drake here.
Uh-oh. Now we gotta look at it from the other side. How is the Dankest Meaners gonna win this game? How can they win this game? Because now they're in the position of losing.
Oh man. So the way I see it is that they need a good. So now they just play for picks, right? They play for the threat pick, and hopefully that they can pick someone off. Hopefully not Kassadin or Elise, because they can get out pretty decently, and basically just catch out Pyra, I guess would be, because the late game comp is now here. Like Sion, Ezreal, and Kassadin are very, very slippery. And I mean, Sion can't die, and Ezreal and Kassadin will not die really easily.
Yeah. And Kassadin's going toward his Zhonya's right now too. So that's just gonna be even more annoying when she can just dive the back line for free.
Oh man. Talking about getting caught out. See, not gonna get caught out too easily. Next I
actually really like what Zyra's doing here, because if I'm looking at their team fight, what I want is Akali to get onto Ezreal and like Akali and Camille and just try to blow them up. But having the Zyra there with the HP, if she drops her full combo, she's gonna hurt you like really bad, even though she's 05. She's got 10 boots and Leandries.
Elise is being caught out.
Elise is getting caught out, and so is Kassadin, so that's not good. Minute 30 on the Baron, so it's not going to ultimately result in that just yet. But look at the vision down for Recon 5 Red. It's just everywhere.
It is actually everywhere. They have.
See, look at this is blue vision, red vision. Pretty crazy.
Yeah.
But they are pushing down the mid turret, and oh my god, look at that damage on the Thresh.
Thresh is not dead.
Just got completely blown apart. That's the Zyra damage, but that was also, I think, W Ezreal proc as well. Hey, he's very squishy. He's gonna get blown up. Oh, he just got caught out. Nice by Steve. Nice snipe.
And Baron's up in 30 seconds. They could run
Kassadin is looking for the end right now. He just wants to kill people. but might be going a little too aggressive. Trapped and he's dead. Yeah. Akali chasing after the Ezreal, as I said, but she's by herself. Doesn't have the ability to finish him off by herself.
That's real. The MVP of his team is living 5-0-5 and just being a rock, honestly.
Yeah, he just got his second tier too, so he's going double tier build.
Yep. Casted and no tier means he doesn't have the latest late games, but if Mr. Pickaxe has been DMing me and is DMing me correctly, we're going to build a 30-minute tier because the game's going late. He's going to be scaling.
Hey, I mean, if you're going to scale with anyone, Cassidon's like the ultimate person to do it with. Once you get 6 items on that shit, I mean, you can see he's destroying people with 3 items.
There's that tier.
Oh my gosh. What the 30-minute tier? What?
But honestly, he's casted and it'll be stacked by 35.
Yeah. Sion likes the engage here with the Righteous onto the Urgot, and it looks like they might catch him out. Dark Passage by Thresh does save him. Hook onto the Sion, but nothing's gonna come of it.
They actually haven't like hurt Sion at all. They maybe dealt 200 damage to him.
He's got Thornmail. Caitlyn can't do anything to him. She has no lifesteal.
Oh, a good hook coming into the captain, and captain basically has to get out.
Yeah, this is great engage here. Zyra does drop the ult. Kali's looking to do damage and finish off the back line. iGlory does flash out, so does Sion. Hook on by the Thresh. He is going to follow it. Huge follow. Goes for the Dark Passage, but nobody takes it.
And then at the end of that fight is a 1-for-2 in favor of Recon 5, and they're going to get the next
third Infernal. Oh, no.
I thought nope. Well, if it was third Infernal, that thing at the top is tricky because it looks like Infernal. It just needs to.
I was gonna say, yeah, that definitely looks like Infernal in the top.
That's just the break. And yikes.
So I mean, it's still only a 3k gold lead, but yeah, Caitlyn definitely needs some lifesteal so she can actually attack people. Because right now, like, she can't attack Sion at all. She'll literally just be killing herself.
Yeah. Oh man. So looking at blue side, they need to work on their vision for sure. More specifically, the Thresh needs to work on his clearing vision and whatnot. Because
oh god, yeah. Look at the blue vision toggle right now.
They have none.
They have nothing.
And they're not really clearing pinks. I think most of the pinks that have gone down from red side has all been just them cycling their pinks and moving them to different locations. Look, there's Camille just walked through pink.
Yeah, everyone's vision score is pretty low for the most part. It's not 81 by Zyra though.
Yeah, MVP vision right there. And iGlory is actually helping quite a bit too. 50 for a jungler here is decent enough. I believe the key number for any laner, for those of you watching, and I know Mr. Vaughn would emphasize this to his team too, you multiply the minutes in the game times 1.5, and that's what every person should have for their vision score.
Interesting. That makes sense.
The support should have way more, obviously.
Way more because they're clearing and stuff.
They're clearing and stuff, but everyone else should be shooting for 1.5. The jungler maybe just a little more too, but he's also clearing.
Close miss by Thresh. Caston sees that as the time to go in. He's just gonna 2v1 them, but does he have the damage? I don't think he has enough damage to kill Camille here. Nope. And he gets caught out. That's a big loss right there. We do see Akali going onto the back line, but Sion's peeling, and Caitlyn's out of position, and she's just gonna get killed there. That's a 3-for-1, despite Caston being really out of position there.
They could go
the
for the
Dankest memers were even more out of position.
They could go for the end, potentially.
Yeah, they can definitely end it. Because you gotta assume Camille and Urgot are gonna have to engage here.
They're trying to get that back.
Yeah, so over.
Give me a good stand. Well, GG will be going on to game number 3 of Victor Kuhn again. Wait, what's going on? Team? Finish?
Yeah, definitely gonna be the end. Wow. I can't believe they turned that game around.
That looked over.
6K
Yeah.
gold. It was a 6K gold lead at like 18 minutes. Or no, it was 13 minutes. I think 13 minutes they had a 6K gold lead.
Yikes. Yikes, yikes,
I
yikes.
gotta see the damage chart on this one. I'll show people too the damage chart because I gotta look at this. Like, what happened? Looks like everyone was doing damage. It's just looks like they executed better, I guess. Executed the team fights better.
Alright, let's get into this last game lobby. Sure the teams want to get going. It's 11:30.
Yep. Alright. So, looks like Dankest memers are in here ready to go. I'm stepping away for a second.
Okay, no problem.
So we are heading into the third and final game of the night between Recon 5 Red and and the Dankest memers.
Hey, you're boss! But I get it.
Yep.
We'll come back to be fair from Recon Red 5. Gotta think that the Dankest memers might be on tilt after that one.
Please ban Thresh. Please ban Thresh. Please ban this man's Thresh.
I like that call. Yeah, we definitely got to get him off his 15th best champion or whatever it is.
It's his only support anywhere close to his like most played. Oh man, it's such a meme. Please take it away. Take it away.
They did ban the Ezreal. I like that. I really like that because
Oh,
they're just banning anything that worked for them last game.
so here I'd ban the Thresh, and then I wait. If Aatrox is banned, you ban that Urgot.
Oh my god, somebody please ban Urgot. I just don't want to watch Urgot play again.
Please, for the love of God, you ban Thresh here.
I do not tolerate cowardice.
Literally all I've seen, and I've casted 5 games tonight.
Oh man, they're gonna get Urgot again. They're gonna absolutely get first pick Urgot because you would think they'd ban Thresh third, right? Please don't tell me they go for the same 3 bans.
I mean, unless they're not, they might just not be hearing you. Who knows?
I mean, I'm DMing Pickaxe right now. Hold on. I DM'd him. If you don't ban Thresh, you're trolling. Never mind.
Yeah. We'll see what they decide to do.
Never mind. They banned Aatrox, so you gotta ban Cass. Urgot! And Urgot gets through.
Yeah, I'm assuming this is gonna be an Urgot first pick.
No, it's gonna be Thresh first.
No way. I just don't think that that's gonna be contested.
They did it first game. Wait, they're gonna do Caitlyn.
Why are they?
They're saying,
why are they
it makes sense. It makes sense. Rama is not gonna play Thresh. Rama is not gonna play Thresh.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I just have a feeling whoever he's playing against isn't gonna be contesting that pick. So like, there's no need for it first pick. Same thing with Caitlyn. Again, I just don't really know why you're just first picking that, but. Oh my god, Zin made it through. They fucked up. Zin is Zin is too broken right now. They fucked up. They completely forgot about Zin. And Lucian. I really like the start to that draft. That is a good starting point.
Mm-hmm.
But Sejuani's open as well. Sejuani made it through bans again. Camille also available. You got to think that with the Caitlyn, they're probably going to go somewhat of an aggressive support. So probably like Nami. I wouldn't be surprised if you saw Nami or something like that. Nami Caitlyn or Morgana Caitlyn.
Rengar. This jungler is bringing all kinds of surprises.
Pocket picks, man. The Wukong Rengar. Rengar is just. But if you can contain him in the early game, he's not anything scary. And they have the Galio. So, Invis Rengar Galio combo is.
And again, it's a roaming laner for Mr. Angry Pepe, which worked in the first game. The assassin play did not work in the second game, so hopefully he can have a better performance on the Galio this time. And it is going to be Corki and a Galio. Mm-hmm. Exactly what we see typically. Hey, there it is. Get rid of his Alistar too, just in case. This guy's a playmaker. Get rid of both of them. My message. Pickaxe right now.
Blitzcrank.
Well,
You reek of fear.
Neither team has picked their support or top laner yet, so Very interesting. Oh yes, my God, yes. Please, somebody ban Urgot. Somebody ban him.
Oh wait, no, they're
I'm angry.
They banned Scion, so at least we'll see a different matchup in the top lane.
not. Yeah, but it is
You
gonna be.
too will be judged.
Oh, they could pick Urgot here actually.
Oh yeah, I would assume
So,
they
so
will. If they don't, then surprising. But I'm perfectly okay if Urgot is not seen in this
wait,
game.
wait. No, wait. Go back to. Please go back to Brom. Go back to Brom. You're trolling. With
No,
Brom, you have it.
it's not
With Brom,
horrendous here,
but with Brom, you have an instant stun with Zenzao if he goes Halo Blade Zenzao.
oh, true, very true.
They're gonna pick Urgot. You'd think they pick Urgot here.
Orn is not. I'd be not surprised to see Orn. That makes sense.
If they want to, yeah, I guess, yeah. Now that you have engaged, so you can go Rengar ulti into the Orn ulti,
And
knock
Recon.
them. Ooh, they got some nasty engage set up here.
Yeah, it's a really annoying team comp.
You could also toss it up and pick a top laner here and then put Orn support, but I doubt they're gonna do that.
No
Looks like they're gonna
way.
be putting Recon in. Oh, Blitz! Oh, you called it. This guy's a thresh. This guy's a pole god. What a legend.
Yeah, man. There's no dark passage, but I mean, he was money with the polls, so he's going back to the well with the Blitzcrank.
Man, Roma is a hook magnet, so. Oh, Shen being picked up.
To be fair, Roma really is a hook magnet, but
So this time, it's not only Sejuani that gets through pick ban, but it's also the Urgot, your favorite champion, that gets through pick ban.
I know.
So
Oh my God, I'm so happy. I'm so happy just to see. I mean, I know it's another tank matchup, but at least it's not Urgot Scion.
Yep. Oh man. All right. So looking at these two team comps, what do you favor? It looks like it is going to be Steve Crusader actually going into the jungle. By the way,
I really kind of like both here. I
they're
think
role swapping
the
again.
Shen is low key 200 IQ
Mm-hmm.
because he styms aggression. Shen is a great champion for styming aggression, and they're basically all engage. So if they ever look to do anything aggressive, he can be there, and they got to make sure that they calculate that into any engage that they do.
Oh man, looks like it is going to be so. iGlory and Steve the Crusader actually swapped. By the way, if you look at it, Steve is
I
now
noticed
the.
that when they oh wait. Oh wait, what?
Looks
Oh,
like Steve.
okay. Never mind. They're just in the wrong position.
Yeah. Because
Okay.
I think they were making them think that it was iGlory, but I guess iGlory got his Lucian and Steve the Crusader got his Zhao, so probably their favorite picks for those roles, so they decided to swap it up.
Interesting. Recon 5 Red throwing the wrench in the plans here. Switching iGlory back to the ADC. But I really like, as I said, I like both teams. I think Corky is really good right now. He does crazy damage if he gets going. And I like Lulu. Anytime you run Xin Zhao, I think Lulu's actually not a bad pick with them because if you can just get him in the back line, then make him big, morphify him or whatever it is. Like he just causes a ton of havoc.
Just say mortify.
Um,
What is
like
what is
polymorph, like not polymorph,
polymorph?
but the forget what the actual ult is called. Something growth. I can't remember. But yeah, I think that Lulu with Zen is a pretty good combo actually.
Why is that dude so low? Which one of us? The the sexy Mexican boy or the other one? Which one of us is low?
I have a feeling it's me.
Maybe I hear you fine, but so it might be
But,
you.
I don't know.
Anobius. Let us know. All right. So who do you favor on the third game?
I mean, I'm definitely more an aggressor, so I do like the Dankest memes here to win this one
It is you.
because they just have the overall team fight. They have a better team fight, in my opinion, for engaging. It's going to be more on Recon 5 Red to kind of disengage and work around those team fights.
Hmm.
But yeah, if Rengar gets going, he'll just one shot their entire team all game. So that's a little scary. And same thing with the. I mean, as we already mentioned, Roma is kind of a hook magnet, so the bot lane could get out of control again, but hopefully not.
Yep. They said it's you.
Me. Yeah, I have a feeling that
Oh,
once
it
I.
says sounds better now.
Yeah, my mic was a little low. I fixed it, so it should be probably okay now.
Dope.
Still trying to figure out the optimal settings for hosting and mixing and all this stuff here, so. But yeah, I also am a huge Galio fan. I think Galio right now is just so crazy strong. He's just a great
Well, he
pick.
just got nerfed a little bit. Man.
Doesn't matter though. He's got he. It's not just the damage; it's his utility, like the gigantic taunt field, and as well as his ultimate to basically support anyone at any time.
Yeah, I mean, it matters significantly in the 1v1 because it means that the people that normally can bully him, he can't really burst out and stop them from bullying it as much. Still
That's
can,
true.
obviously. It's got a high burst combo, but doesn't offer as much as he used to. Ornn versus Shen in the top lane going to be Resident Sleeper.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going to go run down. Xin Zhao versus Rengar is super Xin Zhao favored. He just needs to find him in a bush and honestly just whack Rengar.
Yeah.
And later, if Rengar can't like one shot with his Q, Xin Zhao just ults him off himself. Or if
Gala
anyone.
Blade Zen is just he's just
Yeah.
super strong right now. Like
Yep.
you just don't want to see him. He's one of those champions that you just don't want to see in your game right now.
Yeah. And Rengar will be low in his jungle, by the way. He did elect to take the electrocute Rengar. Right now, what you're seeing a lot with Rengars is them taking fleet footwork just for the help in the jungle clear. Alrighty, and then going down, Pickaxe and Galio and Corki. We already said how that was gonna go up. Basically, we favor typically the Corki, and but Galio can burst out hopefully. And then bot lane as a duo, I would say Lucian and Lulu win that 2v2 because Lucian can't be hooked, and if Lulu plays accordingly, then she shouldn't be hooked either because she'll be behind minions. However, we do have hook magnet Roma in the bot lane. Looks like they're walking out a little bit late, so there's potential that they get caught out here. Oh man, it's gonna be another cheeser.
LCS order, he says. He's ragging on
30
them.
seconds until minions.
Oh, the flash hook, but there's 3 flashes to secure that first blood. Rengar, Ornn, and Blitzcrank. Who got that? Caitlyn.
Caitlyn again. Oh man, they just can't do it.
But this time around, she did get the back.
Oh, make sure to switch out your
Yeah.
order
Minions
here.
have spawned.
Said main roles are in order. You guys.
Yeah, they're not. No, they're thinking that you can't like switch roles in champs like, but you can absolutely can.
Yeah, I don't see why that would be a problem. actually have standard starts for both junglers. They're gonna rotate up to their buffs right away, it looks like. But Zin decides to go crab.
Interesting that he goes for that. Zhao is doing. Why did he start blue?
Oh, they're gonna run into each other. They're gonna run into each other in crowd here.
Sin has blue.
He dives onto him. This is he doesn't have the slow to catch up to him, but Rengar's gonna have to see that. Man secured by Zen, so that actually hurts Rengar a lot. We were just talking about in like the last couple of games or so that it feels so bad your level 1 or 2 gets messed up as a jungler, and he's kind of having that happen to him right now. He's about to get double crab, and he has already blown the
Yeah, I mean that's what we were talking about. If Zin had red there, I think he just like destroys that.
Oh, he was 100% dead if he had red. So what I would expect Zin to do is go red straight into Rengar's jungle if I'm him. Just try to find him, battle ward him.
Yeah. He did get both cuddles. So to the victor, the spoils.
Oh, and Rengar's not even going blue first.
So you could you might actually have enough time to go to it. Oh no, no, he's starting it now.
Please get your red and just battle ward.
Go sit in the war. Yeah, go sit somewhere.
Yes, he's going. Yes. He's going to the mid lane, but nothing's gonna happen there. Right, just punch out. Oh man. So beyond the early cheese, nothing else is going on yet. We should just use this. Oh, I was gonna say he just used that.
Hook is down.
Yeah, down 2.
And Roma has successfully made it past level 2, so it's already looking great. It's already looking fantastic.
Seriously.
I mean, it's important. Flash is almost back up, and they haven't abused it yet. Oh, as I say that, almost. But they do have a CS lead here. And this time, unlike the first 2 times, the Kaylin actually did get the back and get an item advantage.
Yeah, and you can see that in the 10 CS lead too, pulling them a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Almost out of mana.
Yeah, I think they pretty much have to back here soon and can see the lane. There's no way that they can stay a lot unless they just let the waves crash into them.
And Crank has no mana either, so...
Where's the... actually formed the Dankest memers, and I wonder... Looks like it's CS in mid lane and bot lane, and strangely enough, the Rengar actually has caught up to CS to the Zhao.
Yeah, he does actually already have TM on too.
So he's gonna be able to clear now. Nothing is up though. Absolutely nothing is up.
So that means go to a lane. Corki is hovering inside. Pretty smart. Uh-oh. Shen is real low in the top lane. I don't know if they're gonna be able to burst him. Rengar's only level 4, but he wanted it, but he decided to back up. TP back to lane. So Ornn is going to have... well, no, he's probably back. If I'm I'm bored. This is pushing in. I just walk back to lane. Yeah, he's gonna walk.
Yep. Okay,
All right.
good.
So he's gonna have a TP advantage. He is level 6. So.
And they do play bot lane focus, so the likely TP is gonna go bot lane. And but good from Recon 5 to recognize that, and they're actually put a word behind themselves. They're not gonna be 5-manned again this game.
Yeah, and Zen is doing a good job clearing. But we do have nothing crazy.
Something that I want to comment on is the fact that Corky's actually not building a CS advantage that you'd think he'd build on to the Galio, and Galio is rushing, I'm assuming, a Rod of Ages, which is not what you typically see on the AP Galio at the moment. But I guess just not wanting to be harassed.
Yeah, we saw the last AP Galio go Hex Tech, right? Proto Belt. Shen shield and the heal does keep him alive, but the Peacemaker finishes him off. Finished off by Lucian, and doesn't look like too much else is going to come from this. They're just going to back off. Meanwhile, Corky in the mid lane definitely ran into Galio, sitting in the bush probably. Just got comboed.
Yeah, probably Galio was looking to roam down, and then Corky stopped him, and then he got full comboed.
But not much. Good 1-for-1 there. The Lucian did get the kill, so that definitely feels good.
So
Blitzcrank gets a splash. Zin has advantage here on the no mana Galio, but
Blitz is there.
gets enough mana for a W.
So good thing High Glory is enabled now. It's not as bad as it was the last couple times in the bot lane. Roma has died twice now still, but they are staying within the game relatively. Let's see. Look at the gold difference. Only about a 600 gold difference. So that's oh shoot, that's Storm Razor, and they purchased boots before their second item. We did it. Looking real fun.
This is more Resident Super than Scion Ergon.
Oh man, Corky's not having a good time.
Rengar is roaming up into the top side. He's into the top bush. Both jungglers having the same idea here. We are going to see the counter gang out of Rengar if he decides to wake up. And he just holds out.
Rengar? Hello? Rengar?
Oh my god, that was troll.
Buddy?
What the hell? I think he might have DC'd there, to be honest. He just straight up just missed that bush.
Wait, did we live? Oh, wait, no. Wait, hello? Okay, well. Wait, why did Steve the Crusader flash? Why did Steve the Crusader flash? Yikes.
I think he would have eaten 3 tower shots there. He might have died. Unless he flashed the second one. Did he flash the second one?
Steve the Crusader flashed. He's full health. He flashed after the fact. Shen took the last tower shot that was gonna kill him, right?
Yeah, and then he finished him off at about that time, and then he was heading out. And he took 1. I think he got hit by the second, and then panic flash.
Panic, yeah.
But yeah, I'm not convinced that Rengar didn't DC on that one, because that was troll as hell. Did DC.
Yeah. Alright, looks like they get the Earthquake here. And again, I just want to re-emphasize, how is Corky behind MTS? Like, what is going on? Mr. Pickaxe, I'm disappointed.
Yeah, he's not even doing damage to Talia.
Uh-oh.
You have a Wild Growth, the name of the ability comes in. Horn follows up. They are going to trade amongst the Shen. Ult into the fight. And they are just going to back out.
Yep, they do get the Earthquake, so but I believe they're just gonna lose mid tower for it. Yeah, their 4 people are here sieging. They got blitzcrank, so Corky can't really walk up to clear that wave, and yep, so he's gonna lose that tower.
I was gonna say, could he maybe get a Q Corky, but it's just too risky.
And that was wait, Rengar?
Oh, Rengar in the bottom lane gets juked out by Lucian.
Wait.
He's gonna run away.
Lucian.
And he turns the auto kill.
Lucian here.
He can just walk away.
Yeah, heal for movement speed, heal for health. Get out of there, buddy.
Yeah, they're getting some juicy turret plating here, but it's split 4 ways, so
About 30 gold per plate.
yeah, like
It's
clearing a
almost
board.
So once again here, Corky's gonna be CSing. Still can't CS to that Angry Pepe. Honestly, Angry Pepe, for being those 2 players, is actually doing a phenomenal job in being able to stay even, or just a little behind, and then in this case a little bit ahead, actually, in the 1v1, and then getting some good roams off.
Yeah, see a Corky go even with a Galio. The only way I can see that happening is if Corky was just not playing aggressive enough.
Yeah, it looks like he got traded a bit.
He could also have just been scared from Galio Rengar gang. But yeah, I'm sure you can just Corky W away from Galio and not have to worry about it.
Turret plating will soon fall.
Rengar here. Looks like
Somehow
he's about to camp up.
Gage coming in from Rengar.
Oh, flash from Corky, even though he was definitely avoiding that. But
Rengar has ultimate. He's gonna try jumping in for the kill.
oh my, what was that?
That looked awkward.
That
And
was
Zin-
yeah, that was like so good. What was that?
Also, did you see Zin blow his ultimate for no reason? He could have actually probably killed Rengar if he had ultimate to push him under tower. Wait, good hook coming in from Leroy Jenkins. I believe that's gonna be a kill.
I actually really liked the call from Rengar there. 200 IQ basically just like, I mean, it was an interesting thing to do to start with when he just flashed QQ'd, but I guess he saw that he was low enough that if Warren did anything, he would just jump on him under tower.
Yeah.
He's got to make sure that he gets those bone tooth necklace stacks. He has 5 now, so I have a feeling that that was probably his last one.
So, looking through here, it is going to be super reliant on if they can survive that first initial burst from Rengar Galio with the Shen and Lulu ulti. Man, fights are going to look super sketchy because they don't have a lot of range versus that Caitlyn. So if Caitlyn gets the free fire, which I'm assuming she will based on their team count, is that it's not looking that great. Oh, Pickaxe getting a little bit of damage onto the Caitlyn.
Yeah, agreed. I feel like when it comes to Ornn versus most tanks that aren't basically Zion or Verdun, flash away, 5-4 flash away from that final rocket, but here comes Rengar for the cleanup, that's great. But will he also be able to kill the Shen?
What he needed to do was put
Does
the...
see help coming down from the Forge, who will help him finish off the Shen. Zin is going way too far up, and he's going to get collapsed on by 3 of them, and he's going to get banged out, triple kill by the Rengar. That was just a really weird way to give up 3 kills.
That was like straight back to back, one by one, lining up for those kills. Little ambitious, very little ambitious. And again, it becomes a 5k 5k gold lead, but they tossed it the second game. So, however, they don't exactly this time. Recon 5 does not have the late game team comp. They actually have more of a mid game comp.
They are going to drop the Rift Herald in the bottom lane, finish up this tower. They figure that mid lane's pretty much done already, so they're not going to really put any on that. They're not going to lead it into the second tower either. They're going to try to back off, but I think that was traded back by Recon 5 Red in the mid lane as well.
And you see the jungle level difference, by the way. That's what I was talking about when I talked about all these jungle changes. If you put China jungle, like you're donezo. It's done.
Yeah. I mean, Rengar does have 6 kills and 2 assists. That could also be another XP difference, but
yeah. And again, 0-2 mid laner and the shutdown because he's ahead. He's watching his team win.
yeah. I mean, sometimes that's all you have to do in mid lane. Just remember. I was gonna say, remember like about a season and a half ago or something like that. The only people that ever got played were like Kalia and Cassio and like anyone that could wave clear, basically.
Super interactive gameplay. It was Ori, Syndra, like all those wave clear champions.
Yeah, it was when the Scuttle Crab first got changed and everyone realized that they need mid priority to challenge the Scuttle because it was like so OP at first. But it looks like all you have to do is drop a couple abilities, clear that wave, and watch your team, your Rengar, just run around the map killing people.
Leroy Jenkins is doing a lot of better job at vision control this game. You see his vision score right now, and it's better than it was 30 minutes of this game in the last game. So doing a good job of moving the vision around. He needs to. Obviously, Blitzcrank not the most useful champion unless you have vision control to get those picks.
I think Rengar is just sitting up top here, just waiting for someone. Oh, he does land the hook on the shot. Just gonna have to take a here to get out here. Or he's not getting dead. Still alive though. Looking to get the E over the wall. Flash on from the Galio. Zin does ult to stop that damage, but also still gonna fall to Rengar.
Rengar is just destroying the series, honestly. He's been performing well game 1 and now game 3. I believe game 2 was a bit of a yikes, if I remember correctly.
And the hook onto the board, he forces the flash. Rengar, no! Okay. He did kill him, but that was quite unique.
Yeah, but I believe they don't have their carry, so they're not gonna be able to go for the inhibitor turrets here.
Rengar, you already had like 1,000 gold shutdown and still have 600 after dying.
Yeah, he is super far ahead.
So it's 8k now at 20 minutes.
Yep. Getting
and
worse
one of the things I said early in the game is if Rengar gets ahead, there's 4 champions pretty much where he can just one-shot them all game. And looks like he's about to just start doing that. So Lucian cannot do what he's doing right now, which is he's solo in the bot lane, because he literally will just get killed.
Oh, that's what they did. Okay, I looked at this way wrong. So the Dankest memers, remember how I said their support was Diamond 3?
Yeah.
I didn't look at the roster to look at their names. Their jungler is the Diamond 3 player. This game, the series anyway.
Up here he goes. Ulting it again on the super short cooldown. And then, yeah, that's the game.
Yeah, oh, Lulu is gonna get called.
Oh man, Lucian slides in to finish off Rengar there. Lulu does make it out. Lucian is running away, pulling the fuse off, or else the team fights for their lives. All they have to do is just land one PC and Caitlyn will clean up the fight.
Flash.
Oh
flash
my gosh, Lulu. Oh no, that's tragic. That was tragic.
And this does mean inhibitor more than likely.
Oh, that was tragic to watch. He literally lived with 1 health, backed off, didn't go to the mountain, came back with still 1 health, and just gets killed in 1 auto.
Yep, and I mean, they didn't break the blaze base last game, so maybe we can see a nice. Oh wait, how did they not stop the back? How did they not stop the back? They're salty.
Yeah, how did that not stop? Galio getting engaged on by Zin. He will just finish him off here.
Yeah, you'd expect so. No flash on him.
Yeah, no help from his teammates.
Yep. That's actually a huge pickup for their team, and could see maybe a little bit of a
I was
swing.
gonna say, not again.
I mean, Rengar has ultimate, and as we saw, he just one-shot Corki and just leaving him alone. So they need to make sure
to be
ultimate's
fair,
popping up right now.
Corki's tankier than Bull. Oh, he's not tankier than Lucian, but he's tankier than Lulu and Zin.
Rengar's looking. Rengar's fishing. Rengar is fishing. And Caitlyn.
I hate that.
They're engaging. Wait, that stopped
Oh
the,
my
that
god,
stopped the dash?
what the hell was that?
Oh,
that feels bad.
that's just cruel.
You hate to see it.
You actually hate to see it. They do get the Ocean Breakthrough. Not the best for their team, honestly. Well, actually, it's super good for their team. What am I saying?
Yeah,
it's a siege
double
comp.
on Caitlyn. Caitlyn Siege
Double.
comp.
Yeah, Caitlyn Siege comp. Never run out of mana. Looks like they will be going to try for this Baron here. Rengar's ultimate is almost up, so even if they come to the Baron, Rengar could just zone a lot faster.
They are starting it too. Shen ult is still down for another like 15 seconds.
TP's up, so they could go for a TP play. However, Corki's in the bot lane. Corki has to back before they can go over there.
Yeah, they have to give this unless this is going to go for steal. One person steals. But nothing comes of it. We're going to walk in and try to just steal it.
Oh, he's actually getting...
And, ooh, he had an opportunity.
15 health.
It happened though.
Wait, they actually cleaned this fight up. Wait, it's happening again.
But it doesn't matter because they just killed everybody.
It's happening again.
Oh my god.
It's happening again. Oh no.
No. Not this time. Not this time. I'm convinced. I'm convinced that this time.
Oh no, not like this. So, how's everyone's climb going? You guys winning some ranked games? Anyone get higher than what they ended on? I've heard that's a thing right now.
That makes sense because you're getting like 30 LP a game.
Yeah, after your placements, yeah. But supposedly you're placing like almost a full division lower than what you did.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Your original, your starting one. After your first game.
Wow, are you serious? A division below your starting one class?
Yeah, so one of my accounts ended plat 4, and when I played the first game, I was gold 4 and gained 30 or 40 something LP.
Oh. That's why I'm convinced that this time it's not gonna happen. Rengar is just too fed. He's gonna blow somebody up in every fight as long as he can get on them. This isn't the same as last time. Cassidy is broken. He does insane amounts of damage with like 3 items. And Ezreal again was one of the strongest carries in the game right now, so I just don't think they have the same tools to attack mechanics.
Flash bot.
Yeah, that's everyone's dead.
Flash took, missed.
Great engage there from the flash on by Galio. Here's the Warren ultimate. And at that point, it's just chain and they have Baron, so I think this is the game.
I think they have Baron with one person. Yeah, the orc.
Oh wow. Interrupts the ult, and now he's dead. Now it's definitely game.
Yeah, that's his game now. Shen just gets totally really burst it out. His first item is Titanic Hydra.
I told you, I was convinced. Not this time.
Not this time, Chief. Alright, so it is going to be the Dankest memers taking their game. And it actually is from, I believe, from the the Mercury Conference. The old timers are actually the ones losing because I believe Recon 5 has a couple people from last season's Prophecy Cup that go down. So the new boys actually showing up for the Mercury Conference and take the win here. The Dankest memers looking like a strong team. Their jungler is absolutely popping off, and their bot lane is also getting their champions.
Yeah, the Blitzcrank fan.
Hooks on hooks.
But yeah, as you can see from the damage charts, Rengar basically was just killing people in one shot.
Yeah, pretty much.
26 minutes into the game, man. And that was so out at he one shot Corky definitely like at least 6 minutes ago. So he was one shotting people at like 20 minutes. And so anytime that's happening, that's pretty much game, unless you can somehow elongate the game by like a lot.
Yeah. Man, that is quite unfortunate for them. Alrighty, so do you want to vote for an MVP? Should we bring someone in and talk to them?
Yeah,
You think they'll be ready? Yeah.
Let's get somebody in here.
I don't actually know their names. Warlick, let's see, Shaggy. Who is their jungler? I think I'd like to bring their jungler, but I believe he's the only one not in call anymore. Yep. Maybe their support?
Let's get the bot lane. Yeah, bot lane supporter, ADC.
Can we drag? Let's see. We don't have the power to drag. Yikes, Council, we need assistance. I don't think we'll have anyone to be able to drag them in.
All right. Well, if that's the case, then I guess we can just vote on an MVP.
Alrighty. So, I mean, honestly, the MVP for the first two games was for sure their support. I thought their support was calling the shots and pushing them into, into the spotlight and just dumpstering their bot lane. However, I don't know. It's actually tough. Their support of their jungler. Their jungler absolutely just mauled everyone.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to say support, I think.
Yeah.
Despite the fact that the Wukong jungle and Rengar jungle were executed pretty well, I think that ultimately, like, the biggest impact on the game was definitely the Thresh during
Hmm.
those first two games.
Yeah.
Because, as you said, he was just a filthy hooker. He was just hitting everyone out there, dragging them in. Roma was like, I think in the first 5 minutes combined of the first two games, he was like 0-10 because he just
Hmm.
kept getting hooked like every single time. And then even on the Blitzcrank, the flash hooks were on point for the most part.
Hmm. Alrighty. So I think that is going to be us signing off for tonight, I believe, right?
Yeah, it was great casting with you again, and good win overall for the Dankest memers here in their first game of the season. But yeah, it's been good.
Alrighty. Signing off
All right.
for tonight.
Goodbye, everyone.